Last summer, the world of tennis underwent a subtle transformation, so subtle that it could have easily slipped past the radar of even the most avid of tennis fans. If you were paying attention, you would have seen Rafael Nadal, the seasoned veteran with 18 years of tour experience, take a seat before his opening match in Cincinnati and ask the chair umpire a seemingly innocent question. Is coaching allowed? Later in the tournament, during a tense semi-final match against Daniil Medvedev, Apostolos Tsitsipas boldly guided his son Stefanos. It was a dramatic contrast to their previous meeting at the Australian Open, when his quiet comments elicited an angry reaction from Medvedev. However, the Russian had no remedy in Cincinnati. What had previously been illegal had now become lawful. Yes, that's right, in-match coaching has now become a legal thing. But as with any major change, there are mixed feelings swirling around the coaching circles. Hold your racket tight as we venture into the thrilling realm of tennis. The game has undergone a tremendous transformation with the legalization of in-match coaching. But amidst the cheers and jeers, let's unravel the tapestry of emotions within the coaching fraternity. While some coaches are thrilled, seeing it as a fantastic opportunity to guide their players to victory with real-time advice, others are skeptical. They argue that it tarnishes the purity and mental resilience of the sport. With opinions clashing like fierce volleys, the court is set for a gripping battle of perspectives. Not only has in-match coaching served as a game changer, but it has also unleashed a storm of controversy. So stay connected and watch this video till the end while we dive in and look at the views of some top coaches on board. Patrick Mouratoglou, in-match coaching as the gateway to a new tennis experience. Patrick Mouratoglou, a renowned tennis strategist who has been coached to Serena Williams, arguably the greatest female player of all times, for 10 years, has a distinctive viewpoint on on-court coaching. The 2018 US Open final sparked a heated controversy that echoed around the tennis world, centered on on-court coaching. The match between Serena Williams and Naomi Osaka exploded in controversy, with Judge Carlos Ramos at the epicenter. The tension rose when Ramos warned Williams about getting instructions from her coach Patrick Mouratoglou. Williams' irritation led to her breaking her racket, which resulted in a point penalty. The conflict reached a climax when she was punished for verbal abuse after calling Ramos a thief and accusing him of sexism. This historic match triggered a contentious debate that called into question the sport's core principles. In a brave move, Patrick Mouratoglou resorted to social media to express his thoughts on the in-game coaching ban. In an impassioned expression, he questioned the peculiarity of tennis, a sport in which coaching during matches is still prohibited. Why is tennis the exception? Mouratoglou thought, expressing his astonishment. He pointed out with a keen eye that team sports, from football to basketball, welcome coaching during play. Individual sports such as boxing and golf allow for strategic leadership. Mouratoglou's provocative statements sparked a heated debate, pushing the tennis community to confront its traditions and explore the possible benefits of accepting in-match coaching. The clamour for reform reverberated across the tennis landscape, sparking discussions about the future of this institution. Tennis, in Patrick Mouratoglou's opinion, can experience a new level of excitement and individualization if in-match coaching were to become more prominent. He emphasized that spectators would find it more engaging if they could hear the interactions between coaches and players because the present emphasis on coaching during matches underscores its importance. This knowledge would add an intriguing layer of mystery and give the game a deeper understanding. Mouratoglou recognizes that when coaches talk to their players on the court, emotions may get out of control. The participants may not always appreciate the advice they are given, but this conflict only makes the drama more intense. The players' subsequent reactions highlight the complex dynamics between the two, demonstrating the art of teaching and the player's reaction, whether a coach's words calm or compel the player. According to Mouratoglou, tennis may be made more approachable for newbies by adopting in-match coaching. Recognizing the complexities of the sport, he thinks that a larger audience may be attracted by emotionally appealing to fans. Tennis can create a compelling story that captivates both devoted fans and intrepid newcomers by bringing them closer to the action and letting them see the coach-player connection develop. In a bold step forward, the WTA shocked the tennis world in 2020 by trialling a groundbreaking change, allowing coaching from the bleachers. Leading the charge for change, Stefanos Tsitsipas boldly stands in full support of legalizing coaching in tennis. With accusations of receiving coaching more than any other player, Tsitsipas highlights a reality that is often concealed. Embracing transparency, he reveals that coaching has long been a prevalent practice across the sport, occurring with almost every single player. According to him, "My coach has not been as discreet as other coaches, but it has always been happening. Trust me, it's happening with almost every single player. The fact that it's legalized now is going to make tennis a bit more peaceful. Make players concentrate more on the game, less on different kinds of nonsense." Tsitsipas, who believes in the power of teamwork, questions the use of having a coach if their entire potential stays untapped. In his passionate pitch, he contends that an outside perspective may provide crucial information and possibly change the outcome of matches. While tennis has traditionally praised its players for being single decision makers, Tsitsipas recognizes the significance that a guiding eye can provide. "Some referees have been catching the coaches that have been coaching, some others haven't," said Tsitsipas. "It has been there all these years. It's never going to change. It's not going to stop. My opinion on that is that coaching should be allowed. There should be certain regulations and certain ways to enhance it into players' performance without it becoming too much." Back in 2015, Novak Djokovic addressed the issue of on-court coaching in a statement, clarifying his views. The Serbian tennis player revealed that his former coach, Boris Becker, does not give him on-court advice during a match, thereby abiding by the regulations that forbid coaching during play. Djokovic's comments were in response to Becker's comment on Radio 5 Live, in which he alluded to the team's communication tactics during matches. They have created subtle ways to express whether Djokovic's performance is excellent or terrible, according to Becker, leaving it up to the player to make any required improvements. Djokovic stated emphatically that he and his coach do not infringe any rules. Rather than advising particular shots or methods, his relationship with Becker was based on comfort, confidence, and encouragement. Djokovic emphasized that his coach does not tell him where to serve or which side of the opponent's court to aim for. Becker's presence, on the other hand, provides a source of support and affirmation during critical moments. Djokovic did, however, accept that on-court coaching occurs in tennis, with certain players receiving signals or messages from their teams. Given the strong competitive nature of the sport, he claimed that such incidents are not confined to top players but may occur with any competitor. While there are regulations in place to govern this element of the game, Djokovic stated that communication between the player and their team could sometimes occur in secrecy, like when a player gets a towel from a corner closer to their box. The Serbian player argued that as long as these incidents were not frequent or excessive, they may be considered acceptable within the confines of on-court communication. Finally, Djokovic stated that the chair umpire or supervisor monitoring the play is responsible for enforcing the regulations. It is their responsibility to decide if a player has breached the coaching restrictions. Djokovic emphasized that communications should be regarded as permissible as long as it remained within acceptable bounds. The border between encouragement and instruction can be subjective. Therefore, referees must use their discretion in determining whether a player has exceeded that line. He stressed his contact with his coach Boris Becker during matches within tennis regulations. While they do speak on the court, their conversation is more about offering emotional support and confidence than it is about delivering clear directions. Djokovic accepted the presence of on-court coaching in the sport, but stressed that it should be restricted and at the discretion of the chair umpire or supervisor. Djokovic feels that as long as the communication stays within permissible parameters, it may be regarded as a genuine element of the game. Now that you understand what on-court coaching entails and have heard the perspectives of tennis legends, what are your thoughts on it? Do you believe that this development has been beneficial, or has it disrupted the traditional principles of the sport? Share your opinions below and remember to subscribe for future updates.